Hey, welcome back to another episode of Addicted to the Q. I am Brian. You already know me, Sofa King. I've got the bum, the second string quarterback. I've got Brad with Meets My Mistress, Mr. Goff with Meat Apostles, one of our major sponsors, and a special guest, Big Rome of Rome's Barbecue Empire.
Woo! Yeah.
What's going on?
What's up, stud?
What have you been up to, Rome? What's on your agenda, like, say, this weekend?
Man, you know Big Rome. Big Rome's always busy, trying to do good things, giving back to the community. And one of the biggest things we'll be doing this weekend, we're actually going to have a Waco Takeover 3.0 in Waco, Texas at the Torres Meat House shop. And, hey, man, we're going to go out there, throw down on some Q. And, hey, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm ready to showcase all the awesome seasonings out there that he has out there and showcasing his meats. Man, I'm looking forward in, using some, of course, King Apostles, right? I got to put that out there. Torres Meat House seasoning. I'm going to use my seasonings out there. It's going to be awesome. And biggest thing that we're doing is, hey, we're supporting the small business, showcasing their meats, using the seasonings, and, hey, help them sell out for the day. So that's really our goal, and help him expand in what he's trying to accomplish. And that's what we do. So I can't wait.
Hey, Big Rome, real quick, for people that are tuning in that don't know you, tell us where you out of. Tell us just a little, 2-minute thing about yourself and where you're out of.
Okay. About myself, what's it called? I would say a barbecue entrepreneur, influencer, small business supportive person, or supporting cast in a sense.
Life of the party.
I do a lot in helping small businesses, giving back to the military. Big Rome has been involved in a lot of different events, in a sense, to help support those businesses. And I'm out of Rowlett, Texas. Man, I started doing a lot of videos, like on my YouTube channel, like back in 2015. Been grilling since 2000, backyard grilling in California. Crazy story about that is I was born in Dallas, grew up in California, and then moved back in 2006 to learn how to smoke some barbecue, I guess, and I guess some real Texas barbecue out here, what they say. But
they don't know
everybody
smoking
has some
in
great
California.
barbecue, and I love it.
They don't know smoking in California. Come on now.
Oh, no, they don't. Actually, they don't. I'll be honest with you. They're really great in, I would say, added spices and, things that can really amplify your cooking skills in a sense.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I've brought into the table to Texas is I actually brought in my culture, the Mexican heritage, the spices we use to California, and brought the Texas right there with it. And I make something different. So I think that if you look at what happened in the Jack, I don't know if y'all noticed, but California was in the map for certain categories. And I was amazed, but not surprised. But they hit a category on chicken, if I'm not mistaken. And there was other two categories that they hit. And I wasn't surprised. I was more like, it's about time, because they definitely have a different style of grilling and smoking. And I think that they're putting those two together just like I did here in Texas.
No, I agree. So I lived in Southern California myself for about 5-6 years. And I totally agree with you. I mean, the flavors that come out of Southern California, and again, I'm familiar with Southern California, are just, they're awesome. And I've brought them back to Kansas City when we moved back here. Stuff that you just don't find. Slowly you are finding some of that, but it's so unique to what you can get. And what I love about what you're saying is you're taking stuff from different regions where you've lived, and you're playing with it, and you're producing it, and you're showing it to other people and what they can enjoy. People get stuck in their ways on the type of food they grew up with and what they cook. Texas is a specific thing, but you're expanding that knowledge and blowing people's minds with it. So I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's always a blast cooking with you, man. I was so hopeful that Waco 3.0 is going to be in the cards. Hopefully it's a little cooler and you guys got some good weather down there with Elmer and Uriel and the guys. I know it'll be a good time. They got a big band and a big party planned again.
What happened? I didn't hear the last part, brother.
I said, do they have another big band and a big party planned? Because it's always a big throwdown. It's always a blast.
Yeah. So he kind of brought up some things that he's wanting to do to add a little bit of a flair to the party itself. So he's been kind of thinking about probably getting somebody to do like certain things, like like maybe like balloons or maybe some music. He was talking about bringing a DJ in.
Oh, nice.
So I know he's wanting to go all out on this. I'm fully prepared for it. My biggest thing is, a big shout out to Stephen Dixon out there from Hog Leg BBQ. He's actually going to be smoking some brisket there. He's an actual ambassador there at Torres Meat House. So big shout out to him to really go out there and represent Torres Meat House and, Texas Barbecue Chapter, myself, Big Rome BBQ. We're going to go out there and support him because to me, it's not just about myself or just about someone else. It's about the person that you want to support. And I'm supporting Stephen Dixon out there. So yeah, they want me to do some steaks and do what I do, but I'm doing it all to support Torres Meat House and support my brother Stephen Dixon from Hog Leg BBQ.
Fantastic. Yeah. It'll be a great event. I've been blessed to attend a couple of them, and a little disappointed not getting the cards for us this year, but I know it'll be a blast. That's for sure.
Yeah. Hey, King Louis gets down, man. Yeah. I don't know if y'all have noticed it, but every time he comes down, he goes all out. I'll tell you that for sure. So you're gonna be missed for sure, brother.
Hey, dude, it's barbecue, baby. We all go big or go home. And we all go big, and then we go home and we're like, oh man, what do we do again?
Well, I mean, we did do a high school barbecue little class, and somebody, not saying anyone's name, Mr. Goff, decided, hey, Brian, let's do tri-tip sandwiches for these kids. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it was crazy. That was fun. Those
were delicious, though. Those were delicious. Happy with
bologna sandwiches. Let's just raise the bar.
Yeah, let's take it up here. Why not?
Those wouldn't have been near as good.
Nah, you got to show those kids. Hey, what was cool is I saw the Hunsuckers, and I know they're one of your sponsors out here. I know Mark and his team was out at the Jack this weekend, so shout out to them, and especially being a sponsor for the channel.
Yep, definitely. They got some new. I guess now they're doing a special Jack Daniels drum every year.
Yeah, he did. He started that last year. He decorates them and logos it for Jack Daniels, and it's gone over well. I mean, he sold all the drums last year and this year. So what it does is it helps the international teams coming in that don't have that stuff. So they have access to it, and then other people purchase them at a slightly reduced cost. So what are you doing, Brad? Yeah, I think next year I'm going to convince, try to get Mark to do that for the Royal as well, since I'm on the international committee. I've got some teams wanting some need some smokers, and it's actually been kind of hard getting drums. People only have so much room to haul stuff into the Royal, and that's what So I'm going to talk to him about that.
Yeah, he's a fantastic guy, man. I can't say enough things about him. Hey, Big Rome, talk to us about that PK, man. How long? For those that don't know, man. Toss out your channel so they can see that, so they can check you out. Where can they find you if you want to watch some of Big Rome's videos? And he gets down, by the way, on social media. So if you have a chance to check out some of his tutorials or just his backyard boogie and everything else, where can they find you on social media at, big man?
Yeah. What's it called? You can find me. Most of my videos come out on on Facebook and TikTok. And I do have a YouTube channel. So Big Rome's BBQ is where you can find me. On Facebook, the Backyard Boogie. That is something that really was, you know, when I call it the Big Rome's Backyard Boogie, it's for a lot of reasons. It's a story behind it, and I'll keep it very simple. But I'm on a barbecue page called Texas Barbecue Chapter, and when I grew up, I played football. So those that don't know, I played football. Uh, I played well. I was a defensive player of the year. I was MVP one of those years while I played, and one of the things that I did, as I do when I, even cook, is I focus on my goal, and that's to do my job, right? To do some good barbecue the same way. And one of the songs that used to come out back in those days was called "Backyard Boogie" from Mac 10, and I would put my earphones on, get ready for the game, and that was my song, "Backyard Boogie." And they talk about barbecue and what they do, and in this song, and things that they do in California. Well, that was my song for football. And then when I started doing this whole barbecue thing and going on Facebook and all that, the Texas Barbecue Chapter page, I ended up, throwing the Backyard Boogie over there and really showcasing at no cost to anyone, just come in for free, watch my video and kind of showcase how I'm cooking a certain protein, what flavor profiles I'm putting in there, what kind of binders I put, what type of heat I'm putting on this specific, grill. I have multiple grills. I know that you were talking about the PK, Michael Golf. I have a 20-year anniversary PK grill. I think it's an 82, very old school, runs like a champ. I got an OG PK grill, and I have a 300 PK grill and a PK Go. So those are my traditional backyard grillers that I love to cook when it comes to putting whatever meats that I want. They do the job. They're just monsters when it comes to shutting down, turning them on, giving a great cook every time I cook on them. And then obviously I got my Webers that I use. I use a lot of live fire cooking now. That's very traditional to what I've done for many years, is open live fire, put some steaks on there, get them to the temp, sear them like crazy. People are like, "Are you burning it?" No, I'm not. That's all flavor. Don't worry about it. And it's awesome to really enjoy what I do in the Backyard Boogie. And Michael Goff, I appreciate you reminding me about that. But yeah, I definitely, TikTok is one of the biggest platforms that I have right now, just showcasing the meats that I'm using, seasonings, things like that. And the growth has been great over the years by utilizing TikTok and Facebook.
Yeah, and for those that are in the audience, if you have a chance, always hit that like and subscribe button. He's got some fantastic videos for those, not only on the competition circuit, you'll pick up some tips and tricks, but just for those that are just starting off and that want to look to be the hero of their cul-de-sac and backyard. It's great. It's educational. More importantly, man, it's always a good time. You're always going to have a little fun and learn a little bit. It's what barbecue is all about, right? It's family, learning, friends, and family, baby.
Yeah.
So
that's it.
What other kind of cookers do you got over there?
So other cookers that I have, I mentioned the Webers with the Santa Maria attachment, Gabby's grills.
Yeah.
I also have a what's it called? I have a vertical smoker. It's a Stockton, and that thing is huge. I can put about 12 briskets in there.
Wow.
So it's a Yoder Stockton.
Wow.
So it's an awesome cooker there that I use. That's one of my biggest cookers. I also have. I just purchased actually a Traeger pellet grill. A lot of people give me, things about the pellet grill, and I don't care. I do what I do, and I love it. And I tell everybody, do you use propane, or are you going to use pellet? Oh, I guess I'll do pellet. Okay, well there you go. So just leave me alone. So I do have a Traeger Pro 34. Monster of a cooker, to be honest with you. It's very consistent. It does the small jobs that I need, where I don't have to open up the big smoker to do that cook. So, and that's pretty much it that I think that I have. I mean, I really mentioned all my grills here. I actually got a list here of all the ones that I have, and it looks like I named all of them. So
Your wife isn't listening to this, is she?
she's not, but she sees what I have.
Yeah. So I used to think for years that I was sneaky. You know, I'd get one, this and that. I only paid this much for it. They know. They're not dumb. My rule is I tell my buddies, I'm like, if I disappear or I'm gone, the new guy, he can't use any of it. I need a sledgehammer taken to it. It's all taken care of.
Exactly.
Oh, jeez.
All right, Roman, I got a video idea for you on your next video.
Okay.
You need to have a cooler with a White Claw in it. Have some of your buddies make fun of you about the Traeger, and you just pull a White Claw out and start drinking it. Open your Traeger up. And it's like the perfect brisket, just because everyone makes fun of, oh, you got a Traeger. Yeah, you drink White Claws.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Show them the perfect brisket right after that.
There you go. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Hey, believe me, even my own admins, off of the group that I'm in, they're always like, oh, and this is the funny part. And admins, I'm putting you on the spot on this one. They talk so much smack about it, but they're always like, oh, they have their place. Because you know why? Because they come to my house and eat my barbecue from the Traeger grill.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah.
They're loving it.
Yep.
But yet they don't say it on social media. So admins, moderators, I got you.
Yeah.
No, you're right. People that want to. So I own, Hunts Acres. I own 2 different types of pellet cookers, Rectech, Cook Shack. I'm like, I can cook a brisket or whatever pork butt, and you're not going to be able to tell what it came from.
Yeah.
The 90% of people now, competition cook or somebody, they can probably pick it out, but people don't realize what you can cook good food on it. Hell,
Absolutely.
We all know of world champions that cook on pellet cookers.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know when I do classes and stuff, I'm like, know your cooker, how it works, and what you want to do flavor profile. You can cook good food anywhere.
100%.
Just do what you do, man. I love to hear that. That's awesome, man. For somebody with your reach and everything, Big Rome, that's fantastic. I love hearing that.
Yep. I do Fast Eddie Cook Shack a lot. That's pellets.
Yeah.
Fast Eddie's pellet?
Fast Eddie's Cook Shack.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
You didn't know that? Oh,
No, I didn't
Fast
know
Eddie, Ed Murin, who's being inducted into the Barbecue Hall of Fame at the Royal this year.
Yeah.
Who lives literally 8 minutes from me. He designed the Cook Shack, made that, or designed the Fast Eddie, joined up with Cook Shack, and that's when he was on the competition circuit and ran like crazy. And he was a winning mofo back in the day.
Awesome.
He's awesome, man. He's created these pellet cookers for freaking pizza ovens now, where they have food trucks that are just doing pizzas, and they're cooking pizzas in like 3 freaking minutes on a food truck.
It's wood fired.
It's a it's a dual stack wood fire, and the lines are down the street when all the other food trucks nobody's around them, and they're cranking pizzas out left and right. I mean, and the stuff's phenomenal. Yeah, it is amazing. Yeah. He's he was a fireman, so I guess he knows how to burn stuff well. So
right.
Rome, got a question for you, man. How long? Tell us about your product journey here, man. We've been talking barbecue, but for those that don't know, Big Rome's got a couple of products that are out there. Competition saison. I knocked out a little bit of chili with this today. This is always my go-to. And then you've got a steak saison. Tell us a little bit about some of your seasoning lines here, my friend.
Yeah. So I actually got them here. I actually got all my peeps, including Meat Apostles, obviously. But I got the Big Rome's Competition Saison. This is a product that's great on chicken, great on ribs, pretty much great on anything. It's almost like an all-purpose. The reason for the competition Sazon name for it is because it is a seasoning that is competition ready. It has been proven through a lot of barbecue competitors that are out there. And even for myself using it, I've competed with it. But at the same time, I've had the competitors that I sponsor go out there and even got that ticket to the Jack as being part of that team. And I know they use different seasonings, but the sazon was one of the main ingredients that they would put on there, and they would tell me, "Hey, this is where I put it." And it's amazing to hear what they're able to do to some type of seasoning in the competition world and put it out there and put it out there in the Jack. So that to me was an awesome experience, including the Royal. It has been in the Royal with a few teams that are out there that I sponsor. And the awesome thing about that is that even the steak sazon, which is this one right here, I don't know, can you see it there?
Yep, there you
There
go.
we go.
There you go.
There we go.
The steak sazon actually was at the Royal, and it went through the Kids Q competition, and it was part of the top 10 on the Kids Q comp. So it's been proven for these seasonings. These seasonings, I've had them for the last 3 years. I do the co-packing, private labeling. These seasonings have been out there being utilized in different competitors to backyard grillers. I've put it to the test on any type of cooker, what you need to do, and it's been proven to win, walk last, and showcase to the family, and they're definitely enjoying it. So there's a lot of locations that it's available at this time. I know Taurus Meat House that we mentioned, Joe's Meat Market, Fire Design Grove, Meat Church recently, Barbecue Distro, Jabbles Ace, 5 locations throughout the DFW area,
Ace Hardware.
and Papa Joe's out there in Red Oak, Texas.
That's right. Shout out Big Joe Tucker. Yeah, I can tell you this, man. I wolfed down 3 chili dogs today with it, man. So this is fat guy approved by this guy right here. Just saying.
I appreciate it. Yeah, and I am actually working on Michael Goff. Now that you're bringing about seasonings, I am actually working. I actually have 4 seasonings already ready to go, but I just need to make sure I finalize them. And I'm gonna take my time in bringing those out. I'm not gonna jump the gun and just throw them all out there. I want people to enjoy the product first, and then I can show them how they can use this product and use them with the other products, things like that. And that's one thing I love to do is I love to talk about layers of flavor, especially when it comes to cooking. There's a lot of great seasonings that are out there. And, yes, there's some seasonings that, you could only use one. That's great. But I've always been the layer guy. I like to add a little more. And then it's, one's heat, one's sweet. And then I'll finish it with another sweet on top. Whatever it is, that's kind of what I like to do. That's kind of how I grew up in California. And that's just being that guy that grew up in California, born in Texas, right? I like layers of flavor. I've been laughed at from people saying, why are you throwing all these different seasonings on top of this? And I'm not even talking about brand names, right? I was talking about like different salts, peppers, garlic, smoked apple salts, and things that were like so unique. And they're like, why are you? I'm like, because I want to see what I like. I think this is going to be great because it's not going to oversalt or it's not going to be too sweet. This is what I want to do. And they used to tell me, oh, you throw like 20 seasonings in there. Like, and so what? And all of a sudden I got out and brought 2 seasonings out, and they're one of the best selling seasonings out there in the market in DFW. So, hey, it worked for me, so it can work for others.
Yeah. Now, do you have 4 new ones coming out, 4 more coming out, or are these 2 part of the 4?
Yeah, no. There's 4 already that I've already put together. Now it's time to, finish analyzing, get them labeled, do what I need to do. But I'm gonna do it one by one. I want to take my time doing it. I don't want to rush into things because I want people to enjoy that seasoning. So the next one is gonna be a beef seasoning. I could tell you that, and it's gonna be a game changer, I would say. a lot different. I'm bringing, like you said, the spices that are out there that are not here in Texas, and I'm mixing it in with a little Texas, in there. So we'll see what happens.
It sounds kind of like somebody I know with that Texas twist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that and now the white noise that we're doing. It's like you. I got 3 working on one white noise. But yeah, the white noise. I mean, that thing. I got to send you a bottle. That thing's just it's starting something.
Hey, definitely let me try it out. I definitely would. I will definitely showcase it for sure.
Yeah. I want it with all the stuff you have in the background, all the lights and the virtual bar and all your fun stuff.
Yeah. So right here, what I did is I actually just added some seasonings right here. I got meat apostles, of course. I had to put the one that I love. This is my
Ooh,
bread and butter.
Yep.
Ooh, butter clucker.
Ooey butter clucker. I've always said this has always been like the best he's ever put out there, and it actually, won the awards, right? So I wasn't just talking about it; it was being about it, winning those awards. So the Ooey butter clucker is my top notch. I love it. Great on steak. It's a great steak finisher. When adding butter into a little a little pan and add some of this butter clucker right on top of it. Oh my goodness, it's a game changer. The next one that I have, obviously, is my steak. I got the chapter seasoning. This is another seasoning. This is a group seasoning. It's an all-purpose seasoning. This is the first one that ever came out. Meat Apostles. Obviously, King Louis has tried it out. I think the first time he tried it out was on a picanha. And, it was an awesome seasoning, low sodium seasoning. And this was created and developed in a sense with a group of barbecue brothers, and we didn't take it out until we decided, hey, this is the one to go. So I am part of this. I'm not, I don't fully own it, but this is something that we put together for the group. For people to buy, try it out, and be part of a group that does great in giving back to the community and veterans. So I think that's pretty awesome. And then I do have Joe's Meat Market. Joe's Meat Market came out with their own seasoning at their store. So this is a great beef seasoning, all purpose. Love it. It's called a Total SPG. I finally got to get him to get his seasoning out, because this man, Gabriel, from Joe's Meat Market, has helped me start my business in my own seasoning. The chapter seasoning was one of the first ones he ever really put out in that store, and it started from right there, where he started bringing all the other different seasonings that are there now. And then the last one, I just got this one. I love it. It's really good seasoning here. It's actually from Smoky Woods. It's an all-purpose seasoning. Really good. Good. It's got a lot of honey, and it has a little spice to it in the back end. So I definitely do enjoy this one also. And then I got the Smoky Woods right here in the back. What's it called? These are a great family there now. They're part of the Big Rome's family now. Nice. And then obviously I got a drum back here. I don't know if you noticed, it's a drum here.
Yeah.
But this is a drum that was created. This was a tribute to Kobe Bryant and Gigi that passed away. So I decided to go ahead and do that because I'm a big Kobe Bryant fan. And he was a dad girl just like me. Or girl dad, how they call it, right? And that's why I made this tribute for that reason. Because it's not just a smoker that I smoke on. It means something to me. So that's why I got that built. And obviously the lights, it's the virtual bar. It's something that actually was put together back in 2019 before COVID hit. We were trying to figure out how can we entertain our members when it comes to having a good time and things like that. And when I started doing it in 2019, it was like a party, right? Virtual bar. We were just messing around, giving some shout outs, saying hello to everyone that's on the page. But then it became a reality in 2020, where I was able to not only have a good time in the virtual bar, but also have topics of things that I want to talk about, of upcoming events, to new seasons coming out, to shout outs for certain people that did something in the community, and also giving shout outs to those that are in the page that have a Facebook barbecue group or have a podcast or have a business, and give them a shout out so people can know them too. So I like to get to know the members. That's a huge thing for me. Get to know the members, love what I do, get to know me, and in the end, hey, we're all gonna have a good time, having a good drink and doing some good barbecue.
Yeah, I've definitely spilt a set of Miller Lite, and for me, Natty, but I know there's a lot of Miller Lite on that floor, so hopefully,
Yes.
it's always a good time. And for those that don't know, this is a Facebook group. You can check it out. It's Texas Barbecue Chapter. Type that in, and I think you'll find a large group of like-minded individuals that like to get down and have a good time. Very similar to, Addicted to the Q.
Yeah. I watched the virtual bar.
Absolutely.
I just realized I'm a member, but I've never seen a virtual bar. So, okay. I got to pay more attention.
Yeah, so normally I'll put, if you type in on a search bar, go to put Big Rome's virtual bar, and it should pop up some video there.
Okay. All right.
Uh-oh, now you're going to have a fan for life there. Kevin's like, yep, we're down.
Yeah, he's already smashing the subscribe.
Oh, virtual bar's open. Time for whiskey.
That's it.
See you guys later. I'm heading down, or I'll take you down to the bar with me at the hotel. So.
There you go.
Rome, Big Rome. So talk about just kind of you and kind of where you started, how you found this path that you're on, because everybody finds different barbecue paths, whether they go into competition full core, they develop a rub line, a sauce line, or they just have fun, cooking, whatever. Talk about where you started, how you found barbecue and came into this. I mean, you talked about your past, you got a mixture of Texas and California and the flavor profiles and that, but talk about how you found this path where you're at and the passion where you're doing what you're doing right now.
Yeah, definitely. So, really, I mean, the where I got the passion for it, and that's something that I always talk about is smoking with passion. I was that little kid that would be at every barbecue cookout with the family, right, in the backyard, and I was a guy that only got the hot dog and the hamburger. I never got the actual steak. The fajita and the good pieces of meat. And I remember my uncle, every time I would go be next to that grill and smelling the food that was coming out, and he would show me like, hey, this is how I turn on the fire. You want to try? He would give me pieces of steak that, secretly giving it to me. And, I just love the fact that you were able to bring families together. Even though no matter how mad they're mad at each other, they will still come over and barbecue together and have a good time. So that really was embedded in my head, as I love my family's like very close, and that's kind of what I love. And as I grew up, through high school, I started grilling. I started grilling 17, 18 years old on my own. And believe me, I didn't do the best barbecue. I'm talking about putting lighter fluid on top of the grates and trying to turn on the fire, to chicken that's still bloody, but it looks cooked outside. I'm sure everybody has that same story, but it's the truth. I never had great barbecue back then. But then when I turned 18, I started doing quick and fast fajitas and, real slim cuts. And those were the ones that actually taught me how to do great marinades. So a big, thick piece of meat, you add salt and pepper and, it's already got good flavor. It stays juicy because it's a nice thick meat, right? Well, a real thin one will dry up on you really quick. So I started messing with pineapples. I started messing with orange, Sunny Delight, lemons, beers, marinades, just different types, mustards, whatever it is, just to keep moisture and juices in that meat. And that right there alone was like my science. I was learning, and then I started learning from other people how they're doing their style with beer. Some people just put beer and salt, pepper, and that's it, done. And that still was delicious. So that was my path to doing barbecue. As I grew up, in actually being part of the barbecue world, and and I want to. I'm very humbled to say this, but I am very. A lot of people know who I am, and it's amazing because I'm not a big competitor like these big guys that are out there killing it, like on the Jack and the Royal, or even in the competitions. But the one thing I can say is that I've judged them from KCBS, IBCA, Outlaws. I've done all the taste tests and saying, "Oh, I like this flavor profile. I can use this, or I can use that," and I know what they were looking for. I did compete, but the thing is, in the end, it's people knew who I was, and a lot of it had to do with being in social media, throwing videos, being supportive, helping others, and I think it's just building your brand and doing that. And over the years, I've connected with a lot of great people. Like, you know, we're talking to the king himself. I call him the king because he is the king. So, Michael Golf, and being proud to be part of his team, there's a reason why for that. And I think that being connected with these other, seasoning companies that want to get involved with me, to even charcoal companies now, wood companies, and things like that, it's amazing. But that's kind of where um, all of this kind of just started getting. It started from just backyard grilling to enjoying it with my family because that's the thing I love. Until I was told, Ruben, you need to just throw it out there. You might as well sell this barbecue. Why not? All right, one day, and I end up doing it, and thankfully, it's been pretty successful for what I've been doing. So, I think my path has been a big influence in the barbecue community, and that's including the big guys that are out there killing it. And I'm glad that I'm part of their life too, because every time I meet them, especially going to Houston, going to the Houston rodeo out there, they know who I am already over there, just like I know them, and they're glad to see me because, I'm not out there trying to compete against them. I'm trying to get to know them as who they are and what they do and why they have a passion for what they do. So I think that it just plays a lot to who I am, and staying humble in what I'm doing is the best thing that I've ever done, and I'm gonna continue doing it until the time has come.
Well, if you keep cranking out those crazy tomahawk videos and drizzling all that butter and stuff on it, man, you're gonna keep getting those million hits. I mean, more and more people are gonna see it, man. So keep doing what you.
Yeah, definitely. It's amazing because one of the videos that actually went over, I think it was like 2.6 million views on just the butter, just pulling it out. That was one of the ones that I used King Apostle, Meat Apostles Ooey Butter Clucker. So it was a hit.
That's good, man. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Was that a reel for Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, it's if you go on my TikTok,
yeah,
you'll see right there. It's Big Rome
Shit,
BBQ.
you got a TikTok too? Damn it.
What happened?
Oh, Kevin's all like, he's like a little kid. Oh, you got TikTok too.
Yeah. So I got 2 videos right now currently. One of them is at 2.6 million views, and the other one is at 2.4, I believe. And it's a tomahawk that I did, and I added butter, and there it is. It was over, and it blew up.
Wow, that's great. I'm gonna have to check that out. Are you checking it out, Kevin? There it is.
Yeah, he's got it.
Damn, I ain't gonna sleep tonight. I'm gonna freaking just make love to TikTok and Big Rome. Oh shit, this is recorded. Never mind. That's okay.
Addicted to the Q after dark.
That's great.
So where all do you travel to, Big Rome? What do you just there in your region in Texas? Do you get out, venture out much more, or talk about that?
You know what? My mission is to get out there. When it comes to what I'm doing now, me and Michael Golf has talked before about visiting Missouri, going out there, smashing some meats and have a good time, and and see what we can do out there to maybe do some showcasing.
So this is today. You come down this day, November 1st, to Kansas City, American Royal. We'll have a good old time. I promise.
All right. Hey, I'll do what I can to make it out there, and definitely I've had some invites out there to go, to check it out. But I haven't had the opportunity. And I definitely want to go. Don't get me wrong, but I know that there's something that's coming up that day. It's a good friend of mine's actually getting married, so I'm actually doing their cook that day. So
good excuse.
There were some changes of plans there when it came to that, but I was really looking forward to it, to do a collaboration out there with Michael Golf. So
life of a caterer, you know it. We're all slaves to it. Life of a caterer,
right? But we love it.
Yeah, I know.
Make money versus wasting money. I understand it.
Yeah,
Smart
definitely.
move.
But you know what? It's to me, it's like spending the money is okay. To me, it comes and goes. But when these other things come up that's special to someone else, I'd rather take care of them than take care of myself. And sometimes I beat myself a little bit because I'm like, man, Ruben Big Rome got to do Big Rome. But you know what? That's not who I am, and my day will come.
Those are the memories, though. Doing it for someone else, that's what makes the memories.
Absolutely.
Most definitely.
Yeah, you can. The accolades you get from friends and family mean way more than any trophy that you'll earn. It's just it's especially for a beautiful event. What you're talking about, I mean, that's going to be amazing. So you definitely can't miss that. So
yeah, and then like I said, I do showcasings from a lot of locations. Like I said, I'll be at Torres Me House. I'll be at Fire Design Grove also, in which Smoky Woods is actually going to be donating the wood there, for this cook-off. Actually, it's going to be a state competition with ribs and chicken, and I was just going to cook it. I wasn't thinking of competing, but now they're saying compete, and honestly, I'm just going to cook it the way I like to cook it. I'm not really trying to win, but if it happens, it happens, right? I think to me, it's really just enjoying the cook and making sure that the people that are going to eat it are going to enjoy it. So,
yeah. Well, doing what you do alone and how you cook, I've seen you land on a news channel, like a morning cook or afternoon cook, lunch cook, something like that.
Yeah. Actually, I was that happened 2 years ago. I was at Channel 5. Actually, they chose there was a special event that was there that year, and Channel 5 chose Big Rome's barbecue to showcase my barbecue there. So I had to put a whole demo of the whole thing, and not only was it a demo, they actually ate the food there. So the newscasters, the announcers, everything, I said, you guys can keep it. Y'all can eat it. And they definitely did enjoy that barbecue. So it was pretty awesome to be on TV, for what I do and all that. And, gradually it's been growing. It's been great. There's a lot of things that I'm doing in the background that I don't really announce as much, but like I'm a preferred caterer at some venues where, I'm the only guy that does barbecue for the venue if someone chooses to do barbecue. But not only am I just doing the catering, I'm doing the seasonings. I work for Gabriel there at Joe's Meat Market. I do some things there for him. And then at the same time, I'm running a group with a special group of guys and, doing what we do. So I keep myself very busy, including doing things with my family. So.
Yeah. Now, did the Carne Asada Festival, is that one coming up? Did I miss that one? I know you do that. You do all sorts of pop-ups and you're doing all sorts of festivals. So
yeah. So the Carne Asada, they had it last year, and then they'll have it again. I think they're gonna move somewhere else, but I won't be participating for that one in particular. I'm actually been very busy doing a lot of my catering gigs from a call for a private party. So I think to me that's great because now I've built a client base in which they just call me and say, hey, can you do this for me? So I think that's been a great thing for me. So a lot of people just reach out, and like I said, I'm already booked. I'm booked the following week, for barbecue out of the next couple of weeks coming up after the Torres Meat House takeover there, and I'm just continually getting clients, so it's pretty awesome to do it.
And did I see somewhere? Was it last year? Like not a World Foods Championship, but something like that you went to. It wasn't World Foods, but it was something that was big like that. I remember seeing you post about it.
Man, I'm trying to remember now because I've been to so many. So one of the things I would do, and I guess until I remember, I'll bring it up to you guys. The one thing that I do that's very special, I got a special. I got teams that I sponsor right through my seasoning. I provide them shirts. I provide them seasonings. I provide whatever they need when it comes to competition. But one of the biggest things that I've done that really stands out to a lot of the teams and they appreciate it is that I try to go out there to support them too. So I actually go out there in the barbecue scene, talk to teams that I already know, obviously, and then the ones that I sponsor, I take the time to get to know them a little bit more, see what's changed in their life. Is there anything coming up? Things like that. So I think that really rubbed a lot of people in a good way, I would say, because now a lot of the sponsors or a lot of people that they sponsor teams, they do that now, because we've been doing it for years. We've been doing it for 3 years. Going to these teams and visiting, and I think they love that. And the other thing that I loved was that the competitors themselves some that I used to sponsor to the ones that I do sponsor have told me, "Hey, Big Rome, you need to bring that virtual bar again. I haven't seen it in the last 2 weeks." That to me alone told me that they have a connection to me being in the virtual bar. It keeps them entertained while they're, waiting to compete and do their barbecue, right? So I think that alone, it just really changed the way we do things. And I'm not the only person that goes out to the teams. I got Mad Max that's gone out there. I got Ross Schmitty that's gone out visit their sponsor teams, and it's rubbed other uh, companies, other seasoning companies, to do the same, because it's a connection that you want. You just don't want them because they're just winning, right? You want them because you have a great relationship, and that's the great relationship I have with the stores that I have too. I'm not just passing down seasonings to the store and say, "Have a nice day." I'm getting to know them. I give them a call. "Hey, how you doing? How's everything going?" And seeing what's changed or what do I need to do to make sure that it sells, right? So I think it's a personal connection that I have, either through the barbecue teams to having my seasonings in the stores. It's a connection that really they feel that and they want to make sure that they can sell that product for me as fast as they can because they want to talk to me again. So it's a beautiful thing doing it. So I really do enjoy doing it.
Was it? I'm trying to look it up too. Was it New York you were at to do a cook?
New York. No, there was no New York World Championship.
It was. I don't know if it was World Championships or not, but you were out somewhere because I was following you. There it is. You're at New York. Yeah, there's just a photo of you in New York.
Okay, because I know that I've gone to, obviously the Houston Rodeo, where I visit those teams, and they actually like invited us to go into their tent to celebrate, their top finish or whatever it is. And then we also have been involved in, what's it called, being part of some barbecue competitions as sponsorships and things like that. But I'm trying to still remember, what it was when it comes to it. But maybe if it didn't happen, it will happen one day.
Yeah, it was probably last year. I don't know.
I do have a goal that's coming up very soon. It's the final goal of my barbecue journey, and this final goal is gonna hopefully take me to the next level that I'm looking to do. So stay tuned on that. I'm just being very patient about it. I know the time will come, and when it does, I'm gonna take advantage of it.
Is it your Halloween costume that you have
That's
coming out?
correct. I'm gonna have Halloween costumes full effect next year.
I saw that. Made by Spirit of Halloween.
Yeah. I did that
As
all
long
for
as
fun,
it's-
have
As
people
long as
laugh.
there's no candy corn. No candy corn. None.
No candy corn, right?
No. Nasty.
You'll have
Oh,
to,
that's my favorite candy.
man.
Wow, that tells us everything we need to know, Bradley.
And that fourth and final seasoning, the bum just killed it, man. The candy corn sasson, you gotta. It's not gonna go anywhere now, Rome.
I know,
Dang,
right?
looking forward to that one.
No.
No, this has been great, man. Yeah, it's good to finally talk to you, meet you in well, I guess virtually in person. But I mean, following you, talking to you online, seeing stuff you post. I mean, this has been great, learning more about you and the things you do and the way you give back to the community and everything, helping people out.
Yeah, definitely. And I can't do it without, obviously, people that are really involved in putting it together, like Joe's Meat Market. He never says no to me, and it's like you can say no. No, I want to be part of it. I want to help. Okay. It's amazing who Gabriel is, and he's he's a stud in a sense. Like that would be something Michael Goff would say. He's a stud. He's just there. Whatever you want, he's going to give it to you. He's going to take care of you. He's going to make it happen. We've done a lot of great events there and raising funds for certain things, or maybe a person that we knew that we're trying to raise funds for. And it's always been a great turnout. And, without Gabriel being part of what we do, it's not the same, and when Michael Goff gets involved and all these other barbecue seasoning companies that get involved, it just makes it even better. And I really do enjoy it. And, being an ambassador of, these different companies, it's great. And then the different sponsors that get involved in what I do is really great because, they know that I'm going to showcase it the way I love to do it, where it doesn't look like I'm trying to sell a product. No, it's going to sell itself. It is what it is. It's right in front of you. Try it out. This is the way I do it. You can try it out, and I think that it's done great for a lot of, small businesses to grow, including mine.
Yeah, Gabe is a stud, man. If you haven't, if you're not familiar with Joe's Meat Market, it's a it's a destination in the Metroplex, Dallas Metroplex for sure. And to see how his business has changed, not only does he have a great selection of proteins that are there, which is expanded, man, and the Wagyu that he's cranking out. I mean, it's insane. I've been in there and seen guys pull in and like U-Hauls and pull out Yeti coolers and just load up and take stuff back to Illinois, to Chicago, to Nashville. Just, you know what I'm saying? He stocks it deep and sells it cheap, and the steaks are phenomenal. And he's got a great little kitchen that, man, they crank out some really good food back there, man. I love it, man. It is good. And, you're right, Rome. About 3-4 years ago when we were first going into Gabriel's, his seasoning selection was rather sparse, and now he's got an incredible selection, just row upon row, shelf of shelf of, you name it. And I can't say enough good things about him. He's being a small business owner himself. It's always good to shop small, and he supported a variety of organizations, not only within the barbecue world, but he's mission driven, just like the Texas TBC is, Texas Barbecue Chapter in Big Rome here. Very much veteran based, mission based, giving back to the veterans in the community, and that's what makes it all the sweeter.
That's nice. That's nice. Talking about your sponsors and ambassadors, you want to give them all a shout out?
Oh, most definitely want to give a shout out. I do have the list here because, you definitely don't want to miss anybody, right? That you think that should
Except
be
for
part
King
of this
Louis,
shout out.
you can miss King Louis.
Yeah.
Oh, no. King Louis is on top of the list, okay?
Like Santa Claus today.
Yeah, most definitely. So, let's see. I'm gonna do the brand ambassadors. That's the big thing. First thing is Joe's Meat Market. Joe's Meat Market. I've been an ambassador there for the last few years now. He's always taken care of me, especially with when it comes to events, things like that. So big shout out to Joe's Meat Market in Roy City downtown. King Louis Meat Apostles. Man, you know what can I say? He is one of the guys that said, "Hey, I want you on my team. You do great things, and I definitely want to see your growth." And I think that's one thing I love about Michael Golf is that it's not in it for just himself. He's in it to help others too, to grow their brand. As a lot of y'all being part of Meat Apostles. I mean, it's no other way, right? Is to grow with him. And that's one thing I love. And then last but not least on the brand ambassadorship is Smoky Woods Barbecue. Actually, that is my recent ambassadorship. Same thing. I didn't go out there to see what Smoky Woods was until someone was using the product. I threw it out there. They found me on social media somehow, got connected with Jim Taylor, which he's an awesome guy. He's like family to me now. And he already knew from the day that he met me, I was going to be a brand ambassador. And to be with these other great guys from Smoky Woods that are like on the top, like in the Royal, they won the Royal. They're going to the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? And for me to be part of that, that's building my brand. And I think that's huge. And it's humbling to be part of that. So big shout out to Smoky Woods on that, to have me being part of that.
Sponsor of the Royal for sure. And then
they're the sponsors of the Royal Oak. Yeah. And to me,
sponsoring the, I think it's the Pickapalooza, the steak cook and the wing challenge they got up there during the Royal too, right? So
yeah. And then another special thing that they're doing is Jim Taylor, which is obviously one of the main guys from Smoky Woods. He is actually going to be grilling a special steak for Tootsie from Snow's Barbecue.
Nice.
Oh,
because
awesome.
she is going to the to the Hall of Fame. So now it's going to be her special steak for the night at the Royal.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to hear that, being part of that history, right? In a sense.
Yeah.
And then sponsorships, I definitely want to give my sponsors also, their shout out. Uncle Steve Shake has always been there for me from day one, giving me that invitation to the Houston. Without him, I wouldn't have met the people that I know now, in a sense of and what he does in giving back also. Great stud, he's an awesome guy. So Uncle Steve Shake, much love to you, brother. Mad Max, Wild Thing Rubs, awesome guy right there. He's been sponsoring me for the longest also. When I need something, he's there for me. When I do events, he's there for me. We do things together. I try to help him out, and that's what we do. Schmitty Twisted Throttle Barbecue. Since day one, every time we have an event, he's always there. When I needed some sauce, he's always there. When I had an event that I needed to do to pop-ups, he was always there. So big shout out to Schmitty there. Chupacabras, Alton Paris. Big stud right there. Man, he is one of the guys that actually reached out to me for the first time when I was doing videos on Facebook and said, I would love to mail you a care package because I love what you're doing. First guy. And ever since then, till this day, hey, Alton, I need this. Oh, I got you. He's always been taking care of me. So big shout out to Alton Paris. You already know. Enjoy the rancho. You know how it goes. And then also I want to give a shout out to Papa Joe's barbecue supply. They actually supply me the Papa Joe's sweet sauce. That is one of the ingredients, including King Louis Meat Apostles, on my Empire Bombers that I do. Very unique popper that nobody has. I promise you, nobody has it. And it's without his sweet sauce, it's not what it is. So big shout out to Papa Joe's for always sponsoring the sauce when I need it. So much love to all the people that I just mentioned.
Yeah, Joe's definitely Joe Tucker. He is most definitely a sauce whisperer, isn't he, man? It's good to have those in your back pocket. Speaking of Sofa King, I'm out of your stuff again. So,
hey, I got you in like 2
I know.
weeks.
I'll see you here. I'll see you at the Royal for sure.
Send me a message so I know what to bring it because I'm staying out there Saturday night.
Oh, nice.
I'm not letting him stay in my spot.
I'm sleeping in your truck with the heater.
Anyways.
I mean, I could always come home and just show up after you light the smokers. I mean,
No comment.
Oh, okay. Well, Rome, it's been a pleasure talking with you this evening, Mr. Goff, our biggest sponsor. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Rome, it's been a pleasure meeting you first time. So this is awesome. I hope one of these days we meet in person, make that collaboration. I've been spinning some ideas in my head. I'll chat with Brian off channel and Michael when I see him. I got some ideas here in this off season. Might need to meet somewhere in the middle, so to speak, and have some fun. I think that'd be a great collaboration. So
the middle is Gulf Shores, Alabama.
Okay, you and geography is so bad. And you
That's nowhere near.
Okay, I'm going to put this on record, and Michael and Brad will understand this because you live in Missouri. He asked me earlier today if I-70 is how you get to St. Louis. Okay.
No way.
Yes. This guy lives in Kansas, so that tells you half of it. So, but anyway, Big Rome, just look at a map. You'll be further ahead than Brian on geography. So, anyways, moving on.
Why don't you meet New York City while you're at it?
Yeah.
Hey, he was in New York, though. I know that.
Yes.
I follow Rome.
Yes, I was in New York, and amazingly, it was a good time. It was funny because I was I was on NBC. There's like an NBC thing, and I put my hands up saying coming soon, and I didn't even know the following week I got chosen to be on NBC Channel 5.
That's
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah.
Crazy. Rome, always good to see you, my friend. Sorry we weren't not going to be able to connect for the Royal, but Kev, Brian, Bradley, all the rest of the degenerates will be up there for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. I'll try to get that virtual bar open so y'all can enjoy a little bit of it.
There you go. I just love hearing stories like yours. That gives some of the small guys like myself more drive and more excitement, what to look forward to. So keep it going, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, just have a passion for it, man. Don't work. Like I said, don't work too hard. Don't try too hard. Just do what you love, and everything will come eventually. And I've just been blessed to have people reach out and doing what I'm doing, and I'm enjoying it. So just keep doing what you're doing, man. Don't try too hard. It'll come.
There you go. Keep that smile up, brother. That's the main thing. Yep.
Well, thank you guys.
Well, have a good night, guys.
Yep.
Good talking to you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Later,
Thanks,
guys.
Enjoy your evening, gentlemen.
Thank you, man.